So the first defense is really just prevention. As I talked about, bringing the shin in up to the armpit to shift your opponent's center of gravity off to the side to make them light is what's necessary for them to attack the leg. What we're just going to do is just go all resources into making sure that our center of gravity stays above our leg so it becomes a frame. So as I'm here, if my center of gravity is off to the side here, my knee would become very light. If Kevin tries to just grab it with my foot here and lift it, it's actually quite easy for him to do so. But if I bring my center of gravity over top, it becomes a load-bearing frame. Even if he's grabbing up in my ankle, it's much more difficult for him to move. So, as we're going to do this from half guard, what he's looking at doing is, as he brings his leg over here and he's got this position, this is the dead giveaway. You know what's happening. He's attacking this leg. If I stay over here like this and he starts pushing me away, everything is lost, and now that will be where the second defense comes in. This one, as this knee starts coming over, I want to start trying to access this leg as a lever, or controlling his hip, and bringing my center of gravity over more this direction. I'm putting everything over top of my leg here. I'm not worried about getting swept, because I still have the ability to post with this leg, this arm at any time. So if for some reason I fall over like this, I can even sit to my hip. I don't really care because I can post this hand here. Try and come up, Kevin. Sweep me. Try and move me around. I'm controlling his hip and closing my elbow. And I've dropped down to my hip here and I'm posting my arm. You don't have to go that far. It's going to be dependent, once again, of the size of you and your opponent. So as I'm here, Kevin coming through, I'm starting to bring my weight over top. So what I'm trying to do is take him from this position where his knee is pointing more up and starting to almost force more of a Z guard, where I'm collapsing it down here. Because if I collapse him down to my hip, as I talked about in the braking mechanics of that knee bar, if he tries to push me from here at my hip, I'm very strong. But if he can get up into my armpit, geez, I'm going for a ride. So we're trying to use our body to shove the knee down to the hip, keep our weight over like this, and then the easiest is just going to be kicking our leg back. So as Kevin starts to enter this position, I'm controlling myself. If it's gi grips to the collar to help pull us forward. Here I can control the head or control the head here. I'm just trying to ball up and pull myself in. As Kevin's trying to pull himself into this knee bar still, I'm going to just take this leg and I'm going to extend it backwards with a leg kick. This. And now, depending on your passing style, dropping your hip here into like the smash pass, we're going to be able to start looking at controlling and possibly becoming offensive with guard passes. So recognize that anytime this starts to cross your center line, they're starting to go for that leg. It's no longer just a standard half guard. Here, as he crosses over, drop away. If I can open my knee up and get myself away from him, even better. And then obviously, as I talked about, if you had to, as he comes across, if you have to, drop your hip completely down to this side. As I drop my hip, I'm still keeping that leg that was in half guard because I want to keep this leg hooked here. His bottom leg is the leg that he needs to retract to be able to perform a technical stand-up. So if I wasn't here, one, I could start to look to possibly pass myself. But if I was just like this and I lean all the way onto my hip and Kevin wants to pull up, I might just be conceding a sweep at this point. But by being here, as Kevin starts to go for that knee bar, if I drop and I go here, even though Kevin's starting to rotate up onto his knee, try and get up on top, Kevin. See how he can't quite correct it? As he keeps trying to get up, I can just use this to collapse him and look to start passing his guard. So just take some very good awareness of your center of gravity and understanding what your opponent is trying to do. But yeah, prevention is a lot better than trying to deal with it after the fact. So just try and keep yourselves in strong alignment and look to keep trying to pass during that position while keeping your legs safe.